GGGM.
110 God's time, running a little late here, but it's all good. What's been up, man?
Chilling, enjoying the prices. Thinking if we should get a little flush soon, because you could have longed this shit at like 10x leverage at any point without being liquidated for the past couple, maybe week or two, right? You think we get any flushes soon or not yet?
Let me pull this up. I want to say, look, like I think my bags are keeping me from being rational, because if you look at this fucking thing, dude, it doesn't look pretty. It looks like it's been pretty, but it looks like it's time.
Show me. Yeah. Pull it up.
Let me pull this shit up, Jamie.
Yeah.
Charts. Let's share this screen here. My favorite non-sponsor, Velo data, Velo.xyz. If you're wondering where I'm always pulling out these lovely charts from. Not a sponsor, just love them. But yeah, I mean, look at this. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. And then Bink. So
let's check ETH. Yeah.
Same, dude.
Yeah, like you could have just longed it at 10x leverage at any point on this on this pump, and you would not be liquidated.
And this is dirty work right here. Like, really is. Let's daily. It's not bad, but once we start zooming out here.
Yeah,
this is not doesn't look pretty, I'll tell you that. Any rational person would probably not be holding. I don't know, this when we zoom in, they often say zoom out, but I say maybe they're wrong. Maybe what they really need to
do is zoom in.
Zoom in and believe in something. Well, that looks terrible. That actually looks like I would buy.
Yeah, all these dips are like. Wait, where? Where would you buy?
I'm on BTC now.
All these dips are like 3% down. Like there's not a single like 10% dip in a while.
Yeah, ETH doesn't look good, but
like 4% down, 3% down. It's since the 2500s.
Hang a fucking ornament right there.
Yeah.
See you back.
Yeah, the last dip that was more than 10% was June 20th. So a month of up only, almost.
First stop, 3,400. Let's see.
Just test 3K. Go back up.
I saw that Ripple is taking a page out of the Ethereum Foundation book.
Oh,
they sold 26 million.
Wow.
Ripple the other day near the all-time high.
Nice. Did you see all the posts about the normies?
Dude, everyone. Yeah, I mean, fucking Uber drivers are going to be short and short on stock. Everyone needs to check on Uber and mail workers. I was talking about it, I think maybe on the options talk, that it's funny because for the last better part of the decade, we've been telling all of our normie friends that Ripple is a scam.
Yeah.
And maybe it was me and you early on talking about how like back in the day on the old websites it would say pre-mined on it.
Yeah, on CoinMarketCap.
So it just like, you know, supported the narrative that it was like a pre-mined scam even more. So you just had people saying that all the time. And like anyone who did not listen to you, that because all of the normies are like, I'm looking for a long-term investment. You know, they weren't looking to trade. Any of them that would have bought when we were telling them not to, they're up, you know, like fucking 10x. And sure, yeah, they could have bought Bitcoin, they could have bought, but they didn't want that. They wanted the XRP, right? And if they truly were buying it for a long-term investment, they don't give a shit about the XRP BTC ratio. They just care that their dollars grew.
Yeah, they absolutely do not think about Bitcoin.
Like nobody, all the shit that we talk about all the time where we're like, yeah, but it didn't, but I mean, compared to Bitcoin, you know, no like normie cares. They're looking at it as like a singular asset or something part of not even an index in the way we would think about it, just a basket of things they want to buy. And whether or not it's making them more dollars than they put into it. So it just doesn't fucking matter. What else I saw?
Dude, the XRP BTC chart looks pretty funny on the, like, if you can pull it up on TradingView, the Binance one goes back to 2014. It's a pretty crazy chart. It reminds me of the Dogecoin BTC chart, actually.
With the heartbeats?
Yes, it just looks just like that. Except we didn't have one that breaks the all-time high like with Dogecoin last cycle.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, you gotta use TradingView.
Huh?
You gotta use TradingView for that.
Bro, how do you not have?
Yeah, I don't know.
Hello. Come on, baby. No Doge BTC. That's sinful. That's a fucking crime.
Yeah, that's a classic chart. Wait, they have XRP BTC, but they don't have Doge BTC?
They have XRP BTC. Yeah. Yeah, you can see this. I mean, it's clear as day. The old Doge heartbeat.
Yeah. You're still showing Velo.
No, I'm not. Oh, okay.
Yeah, this fucking crazy chart. It's so insane that happened in 2021. No coins do this, by the way. Like, no coins break their Bitcoin all-time high from multiple cycles ago. Everything else trends down against BTC. It's just Doge that did that.
You know what, bro? I'm not going to say that, but soon. It's looking like soon.
Yeah, I still have Doge. It's one of my holdings besides ETH and BTC. And I longed it recently.
I saw. Well, let's talk about some actual market stuff. I saw. What was it? A filing for BlackRock's Ethereum ETF to have staking. I think that probably had something to do with our massive run up that we had on
the
last 2 days.
And
Bitminer's Ether stash exceeds 1 billion.
Yeah.
All these fucking treasury. Who's this in the chat? What's up? These fucking kick spammers. All these treasury companies. I think that I think just like a lot of people have said that those will be a catalyst for a lot of the next wave of negative sentiment that comes towards crypto as a whole.
Because people will get scammed.
Well, they're doing treasuries of like any asset now that has
Yeah.
any type of attention. Like there's the Paradigm partnered with someone and is doing one for Hype. I think I saw an XRP one. You have a handful of ETH ones that are happening now. The BTC ones are out of control. Those guys are fucking scamming people all over the world. Like I think that I read a stat that Bitcoin treasury companies in just the first half of this year acquired like a quarter million BTC. By the end of last month, by the end of June, there was like 250,000 BTC that have been acquired from different like Bitcoin treasury companies.
And Schwab CEO posted this morning that they're going to have ETH and Bitcoin trading.
And it's just like, it's one thing to have it on the balance sheet, but to totally transform your treasury near top-ish areas, like, just seems insane to me. Like, I'm when I see a fire, I rush into spit to try to put it out. I saw there was a one the other day. Yesterday, I saw Game Square closed a $70 million public offering to expand its Ethereum treasury, bringing its total raise to $90 million. Bitminer stash exceeds $1 billion. Fucking, I'm trying to think of what they're called. Lubin's fucking SBET. Like, dude, they've been just like market buying millions of ETH.
Did you see that that other stock, LQY or something?
Oh, dude, Liquor House. But did you see what happened? He got diluted. So he bought. What happened was he purchased 54% controlling shares of the company, and then they poison pilled the stock.
People discovered that stocks have infinite mint function.
Yeah. There's safeguards in place, you know, for as a sitting board member and a CEO from having things like that happen, you know, because you're a public company. It is very possible that someone comes in and acquires more than half, you know, or a controlling amount of shares of your company, and then wants to try to make changes across the board or management. And if you are on that board or management and you've been doing it for, let's say, a decade or 20 years, they want safeguards in place to protect them from malicious takeovers. Now, the funny thing about LQRs that are LQY, I know it's Liquor House is the actual name, is there's like a history of negligence and like malpractice and fraud taking place. So like how they're even able to get away with all the things that are publicly uncovered about like how they're managing money, the contracts that they're paying. It's just like, it's the elephant sucking its own cock meme where like the owner or the CEO owns a company or co-owns a company that is contracted by Liquor House to perform certain services. And then the wife owns a company that is co-owned by someone else that is contracted by Liquor House that gets like, you know, it's gotten like $500,000 incentives and grants, like to do different things. Like it's literally just them funneling money back to themselves through different companies that are partners of Liquor House. But the crazy thing that they did, like, you know, Denton said earlier, Dev had an infinite mint button.
People are like, I'm gonna stick with crypto.
Yeah, they did a stock split and they issued more shares. Is if I'm not mistaken, and they diluted him from 54% to under 10%.
There was like something to do with the fact they could price the stock based on a historic price within a certain range, and this stock was recently like much higher priced in the recent past. I don't know. I didn't read too much into it, but I had a little bit of the stock, and I wasn't like 300% profit, and then I ended up selling it like 50% profit on the dump.
Yeah,
So
they call this, if I'm not mistaken, it's called a
poison
flip-in.
pill, what you said? Oh,
Yeah, it's a poison pill, but that's just like a type of strategy used that like defends you from a hostile takeover, right?
yeah.
But what they did is called a flip-in, where they issue more shares to shareholders, excluding the entity that's trying to like take control. And they diluted him by, pretty much 75, 80%. So he went from being having control, being able to be in a position where he could force change, to very quickly not being in that position. I saw some people, they're like, yeah, I will just stick to crypto.
Yeah. What the fuck? How is this legal? All right, I'm gonna stick to crypto.
What's that?
That's what he said. Bro, what's the legality of that? I'm gonna stick to crypto for real.
Yeah, I generally don't trade traditional stocks, and more so because it really is just like volatility, right? Like I enjoy 24-hour market, 24/7 market, and the volatility that crypto brings. Now, anyone could argue that like over the last few years, tech stocks have given very similar volatility, and like people could trade those and make great money. You can, but you have to use centralized infrastructure.
Dude, the whole like aftermarket, pre-market, aftermarket bullshit, and like not being able to sell. Somebody like this guy posted that he's like sold everything like a few minutes before like the market closed. It's like, what, like this, I don't know, as like a crypto, someone's been in crypto for a decade, it's like so retarded.
Yeah.
Oh, the market's closed.
I have to wait for hurry, the market's gonna close.
Yeah, he just posted this a few minutes ago, and I can't even sell it based on his fucking exit scam.
Oh, what do you think about Pump? Were you bullish Pump before? Are you still bullish Pump now?
I mean, I wanted to buy the ICO and I couldn't, and then I didn't touch it, but I'm looking into potentially trading it when it gets bad enough, because they have a fucking $2 billion treasury.
Yeah.
Sure, they can figure something out to squeeze more money out of this, 4 billion market cap and $2 billion in the treasury. There's coins in crypto that have a 500 million market cap and their treasury is like $8 million.
Unless there's an RFV play, like I don't think that like treasury necessarily matters, right? Like OHM had a monster treasury.
Yeah, it's like the potential for them to do something, but it doesn't mean they're gonna do anything.
Yeah, one of the few who I give massive props to is actually Temple DAO. Like Temple DAO, like when they launched, it was like it felt like it was run by a bunch of kids. Super disorganized, a bunch of shit went wrong, and then DCF and a couple other guys kind of like band together, grabbed management and was like, listen, fuckers, this could be great. Okay. Get your shit together. This is what we're gonna do. And they've like silently been churning along, like making investments, growing their treasury, helping, other protocols out in like the lending money market kind of space. They're like one of the few silent ones that I feel like don't get enough credit or shine or talked about at all for in the realm of like treasury management.
Yeah, I
They
see
were
59 million treasury.
They fumbled so hard at first, and then they turned it all around. Not one that unless there is like some angle of an RFV play if things go wrong, which for Pump Fun I don't see as like a possibility. It's a company, it's not a DAO. Like, you know, how are you going to raid the company's treasury?
Yeah.
So I don't see that, which brings me back to my original like thesis on like why I didn't want to buy it. Was that like they have built the shovels, right, for an activity that people have grown tired of. It'd be like, it's like if someone had built like an NFT like minting platform back in 2021, it would have been all the rage, right? Like, come here, mint your NFTs easily. Like, if they made it Pump Funish, it would have done just as well in that era.
Yeah.
And to my point, like of all this, is that like NFTs didn't go anywhere. They never will go anywhere. Just like meme coins. And I don't think Pump Fun will go anywhere either, because just like Super Rare and OpenSea and fucking all of the NFT platforms, they will still be there as long as there are people trading NFTs. And Pump Fun will still live as long as people want to trade shitcoins and create shitcoins, which there will always be a niche community of people that want to do that and will want to do that on Solana. But it's like, how much attention gravity can they harness to where that translates into value of the token, right? Like, and that is where I've been skeptical since the beginning. And it's funny because pre them announcing a token, that was kind of, I think, consensus was starting to be that like, okay, yeah, people aren't really doing this activity anymore. This meta doesn't exist as it used to. So it's probably not the best, you know, to launch a token. And then it was like, they're going to launch a token. Everyone's so bullish on it. Like, oh, Pump Fun's going to launch a token. Look at all the revenue they make. Look at this, look at that. And I'm just like, yeah, that's all great. But like, who, if you look at over time, like they're not making as much revenue as they used to. Granted, still a lot.
I just figure they're going to do some like different thing. Pivot.
They have some fucking egalitarian, you know, vision. We're going to take over.
They're going to announce something. They're going to announce some bullshit, and it's going to pump a little bit because the bullshit they announced doesn't really matter if it's going to be good or not.
I just don't see
it's probably going to happen.
The world who uses Kick, Twitch, TikTok,
Twitter,
Facebook, leaving those platforms to use one on Solana.
But this is crypto, so it could pump even if there's like 10 users, like back in 2021, all the metaverse stuff, you know?
For sure.
Imagine though if they pump that fund. We'd need to pay like, if they did pump that fund for NFTs back in 2021, the gas fees would be like fucking $10,000 to mint an NFT. Like everybody would be spamming it.
Yeah, be fucking hilarious
with the rug core NFTs. It look like Bored Apes.
Staked injective, which will hold INJ. See, look at this. Canary proposes staked injective ETF. It's proposed
what the hell?
INJ directly in stake portion of it. Like, they are going to, and me and Marty talked about this a while ago. There'll be fucking ETFs for like everything. Doesn't mean there's going to be volume in them or people are going to be using them. Like, and you already see this with originally with BTC flows to ETH flows. Like, ETH flows are a fraction of BTC flows. And sure, they're picking up now because there's all this institutional interest and they're talking about staking finally now. But it still doesn't even like it compare to BTC flows when BTC came out. And it's only going to diminish the further down the spectrum we go of altcoins.
Mm-hmm. Injective though, that coin did really well last year and the start of the year. Haven't heard about it in a while.
Heard about what?
Injective.
Yeah.
It was the coin of the month last
When?
year. Last year and the start of the year.
I'm not even sharing it. I was sharing the pump chart before. Dump fund, maybe.
What's going on with Pengu?
Oh, that's rough. Let's see. Ooh.
Do you know they? I've heard like a lot of stuff from them, but I didn't really check what's going on. They're like,
I mean, dude, penguins are like, I think they're like the
taking over the world.
friendly. I think they're like the friendly crypto representative NFT now, which is such a crazy comeback arc. Like,
I bought like 20 of their plushies. You know, I bought every plushie they had.
Moon Overlord, back in the beginning of like the Pudgy stuff, he got really, really pissed, unfollowed me because we liked the penguins. He said they're scams. You shouldn't be supporting scams. The guys are scammers. I'm like, look, I don't give a shit about like who the founders are. I bought them because they were dirt cheap and we think they're funny.
And then they went up to 100K per penguin.
Yeah, and then they went up a lot.
100 grand for a penguin.
I still have a handful. I
wonder how much a real penguin costs. That's ChatGPT.
How much does a penguin cost? The cost of a penguin vary depending on the context. If you're referring to purchasing a penguin as a pet, the cost can range from a few $1,000s to tens of thousands.
Total first-year cost could start around $20,000.
If you're referring to adopting a penguin through a conservation organization, that cost can be much lower. You know, let's see.
So you need the enclosure and food, care, and the penguin itself.
Dude, Google's
like $20,000.
I see why people aren't clicking links. Like, dude, it gave me an answer now for like the different types of penguin I could be searching for. Like the cost of a penguin varies if I want it as a pet. Then it gave me the cost of adoption. Then it gave me the cost of purchasing like a penguin related thing at the like zoo or aquarium. Like if I wanted to sponsor that. And then the last one, if you are referring to the cost of a penguin in a different context, such as a penguin in a video game or penguin related to cryptocurrency, the cost can vary widely. For example, the live price of Pudgy Penguins, Pengu.
Nice.
And then it gives the Pudgy Penguins price.
Nice.
It's important to note that the cost of a penguin can vary widely depending on the context and the specific circumstances. That's a pretty good set of responses. I have to say, this is probably the first time the browser AI has given me a response that I felt like, damn, that's pretty thorough and good. I don't know if I would continue searching in my links. They're getting smart. That's good. Okay. Yeah, but Pengu's looking good, dude. Pengu looks good there.
So a penguin NFT costs more than a real penguin, including including the enclosure for it.
Yes.
Interesting. Maybe this is something
we call those high T animals. Only someone with lots of T would own that.
This is something the Pengu team should do. Adopt real penguins and help conservation efforts, right?
Yeah, high T NFT. If you own penguins, definitely have T. That's all I got for today, folks.
Yeah, same.
Enjoy your weekend.
Looks like ETH just wants to keep going.
Yeah, don't get wrecked. It's crazy because that chart is ugly.
Yeah.
That is a disgusting. Wow. Yeah, look at that.
Hey, if we get a flush, I'll buy.
It's gonna go from ugly to like actually probably looking really good. How though? I don't know how this ends well.
Like, look at the BTC too. It's still like
4K,
BTC
and then we're done.
BTC is a little bit red, and ETH is
I wouldn't
just going.
short this anywhere though. And that's a lot coming from someone that loves to short ETH.
Are you fully deployed in ETH now?
I have been for a while.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yep, all ETH and a few other choice assets.
Yeah, of course.
But yeah, it was a few weeks, maybe close to a month ago, when I like completely just fully allocated everything. It was like, yeah, no more stables.
Yeah,
no more Boomer coin right now. Going back to my roots.
Good call.
And that was like the end of it stalling out in the 2Ks. It's been literally, I mean, it's been up only since fucking 13 something, but literally since it kind of stalled out in the 2000s and I bought, it's been up only since then. And
it was my biggest holding the entire time.
Everything else I've touched since then, the same.
Yeah. Luckily, I hedged some last time we were at this price, like 3K to 3,500, but I've still held most of my holdings in ETH the whole way down, and then the whole way up, just ETH cooked.
No, I bailed on the way down. I obviously didn't need to, but I spend like lots of my crypto, so it was like the best possible option for me was to go to stables, spend what I needed to while shit was cucked, and then buy back when I felt like we were in a good spot. And if I wouldn't have, dude, I probably would neck. I would be right there. I would be at Logic's house begging him to sing his 1-800 whatever.
Yeah. All right. That's all we got, right?
That's all we got, folks. See you back on Monday.
Bye-bye.